Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto was Reincarnation of Scissor 7, Part 5, the end. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it for Part 5 for this one, so yeah. So that's why I just want to end this already. I had this What If about 6 months, probably. I don't remember when I actually started it again. Oops. But yeah, I have to finish all my old what ifs so I can start a new what ifs, and I have three new what ifs. Look, new what ifs. For some reason, I'm an idiot. I can't talk. So let me do a recap on what happened last time. Naruto. He has learned about his heritage and also fought against the Akatsuki. He fought against Sasori, Deidara, Hiron, Kazu, Black Zetsu, Itachi, Kisame, Pain, and almost everyone in the Akatsuki, except for Obito. He actually did punch Obito when he was in Kamui. Yeah, he killed all the Akatsuki except for Obito. Obito started the Great Shinobi War the same time. Naruto actually got the powers from Itachi when he actually used Susanoo and a secret weapon that was used on Itachi. Which Naruto's eyes did kind of switch into how it looks like. Let me show you. This is how Naruto's eyes are now look like. It has Madara's eye, and of course, it would have looked like this, but the purple really doesn't look that great. Yeah, okay. So, since that was a thing, Naruto got the powers, also got the abilities from the Susanoo of Itachi's, so it has the Sealing Blade and also the mirror. But yeah, after all that, Naruto has all that, and yeah, he also has the Renegons, but he destroys them instead of like using them. So yeah, he just didn't want anyone to have them. So with that happening, we go into the fight between the Great Shinobi World. So everything in the original canon will still go the same. Naruto, he already knows about KCM and doesn't really need to fight anyone. Well, not fight anyone. Needs to fight Kurama to become KCM since he already has it. So yeah, now we go into the fight. So of course, multiple white Zetsus are fighting against the five great nations. Basically, the Sand Village, the Earth Village, the Cloud Village. Wait, no. Why the hell did I say Earth Village? No, Stone Village, Mist Village, and even the Leaf Village against White Zetsus. Now, the five Kages are actually going against Madara, while Obito is fighting against Naruto. Obito decides to pick a fight with Naruto because he was bullshit and kind of annoyed how he actually do that. Well, kicked his ass when even though he was in Kamui. So with that happening, we go into that fight. Naruto is saying, Obito Uchiha, or I should say, yeah, not Obito Uchiha, Masked Man, you're not Madara, are you? That's where Obito kind of says, how did you know that? Naruto? And of course Naruto says, because I'm not an idiot, okay? And Obito says, fine, then let's see if you can take me out. Obito uses what's called, he couldn't really resurrect the tail beast because he doesn't have the Renegon. So of course he's right now fighting against Naruto without the tail beast. He does bring out the the husk of the Tentails and starts fighting against Naruto like that. Naruto, he goes into KCM / Purple Dragon mode. So it's like sort of a Sage mode and all that. So Naruto can actually fly in this Sage mode because Dragon Wings appeared and all that, made out of chakra. And right now, flying, kicks Obito in the stomach. Obito said, how are you doing that? Obito was in Kamui for a second, but he couldn't be fast enough. Now Naruto did actually touch him in the stomach, putting a seal on him. Now, of course, Obito says, you little brat, I'm gonna figure out how you can really knock out my Kamui. Which Obito just refuses to believe that Naruto also has Kamui. So Naruto just says, oh, that's okay. And Naruto makes a Rasengan. Since he has Jiraiya, they kind of train him in making the Rasengan, but yeah. Well, that's the only thing that actually teach Naruto. Oh, not Jiraiya. Mostly he read it on the library of the Namakase, so yeah. So he makes a Rasengan and smash it into Obito. Obito goes. Fuck. This Rasengan's made out of purple flames and Amaterasu. So yeah. Of course, Obito goes. So of course he's like, "You bastard!" Now of course, since what's it called, the four resurrected Kaiges are not coming into this fight because well, there's no Orochimaru and there's no Kabuto. So it's basically a somewhat fair fight. Not really. Naruto is right now using the Thousand Demon Dagger to fight against Obito. Obito uses the the Gunbai and the Scythe to fight against Naruto. Naruto, he of course like smashes into the Gunbai and the Thousand Demon Dagger. And of course Obito thought he won because the sword broke until multiple shards hit Obito. Then Naruto not flash step. He he flying Raijin right in front of Obito and hit him in the face, breaking his mask. So Obito's mask is broken. And he's like, how? Of course Obito says, this is bullshit. You're just like your father and you will always be like your father. While Ren, I need Ren. And Naruto, he did pull out the Thousand Demon Dagger back and all the shards back into back into the original dagger form. And Naruto cuts Obito's head off. Ching! Obito's dead. Now, with Madara fighting against the Kages, yeah, pretty much nothing really changes there. So yeah. But Naruto gets there, and of course Naruto has the Gunbai and the Scythe because he just took it. And of course, he doesn't have the Draining Chakra because he is the proper owner for this. He kind of has Indra and Ashura, and he is an Uchiha. And this, well, not really a descendant of Uchiha, but he is the reincarnation Indra. So yeah, so he picks up the Gunbai and the Scythe and go look for what's called Madara. Now the White Sisters are right now losing because of Kakashi and everyone else, and they don't really have a problem with what's called with the not reincarnation, the reanimations. So yeah. So with that, they're pretty much whooping the White Sisters' asses. Now, this is where, Naruto, he gets to the place where the five Kages were last known at. And of course, he sees the destruction, and he sees Madara just there kind of sitting down and says, you must be the Nine-Tails. Naruto says, what did you do to them? And of course, this is where Madara says, I killed them. They're all weaklings. But let's see if you can take me on. Because you must be the reason why this war should have gone so much easier. You're the reason why the tail beasts hasn't been collected at all. You and the 8 tails need to be collected so I can bring in the infamous Tsukiyomi. Naruto says, I won't let you do that. That's where Madara says, but you will. So Madara goes into a fight with Naruto, trying to punch him. Naruto dodges the punch, kicks at, Madara blocks it with the knee and all that, and kicks up at Naruto. Naruto manages to dodge by activating his Sharingan now, his internalist purple flame Sharingan. And of course, that's fighting against Madara. Madara says, you must be an Uchiha. Ha ha ha. I love this. They're fighting right now until Madara jumps away and uses Wood Devastation Forest. And of course, Naruto saw the same thing and says, Wood's the same thing as what's called. I think it's called Devastation. Wait. So no, I don't know why I keep saying Devastation. I don't know why. No, it's called Deep Forest Emergency or something like that. Emergency or not emergency, emerge. So yeah, that's what Madara says, and of course Naruto does the same. And of course the wood side just blocks, just smashes them together. This is where Madara and Naruto start fighting. Madara does get his Gunbai back when Naruto tries to kick at Madara. Madara gets his Gunbai back, and Naruto pulls out his dagger and his Uzumaki sword. And Madara says, you are the strongest, and I'm gonna have to fight you. So of course they start fighting. Also with the Ten Tails Husk, Naruto really just tried to burn it, but of course he couldn't, so he just said screw it. He just leaped it there. So of course right now, Well, not the Ten Tails Husk. The problem is he doesn't. Well, Obito didn't have the Rinnegan, so he can't use the Ten Tails Husk. So of course Naruto is fighting against Madara, and Madara does already have his Rinnegan, and he can't summon out what's called Ten Tails Husk. I don't think he could even do that, even though he had his Rinnegan. But whatever. Naruto starts fighting against Madara, and Madara just says, Shinrai Tensai. And Naruto dodges it by throwing a kunai behind Madara. And Madara says, Shinrai, wait, what? He tried to push Naruto away, and Naruto appeared behind him and said, Rasengan! His purple flames, black flame, or Rasengan. And of course, Madara says, you are strong. You are very strong. Ha 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 ha. But can you take me out now? He activates Susanoo into his perfect Susanoo, while Naruto does the same. He activates his perfect Susanoo and starts fighting against Madara. Madara swings his sword and tries to cut at, Naruto's Susanoo. Naruto blocks it with the mirror, and the mirror reflects the attack and hits Madara. And Madara was like, ha! You think I would die? Now, even though Obito is dead, Madara can still be alive as, I think, the Tentagai. Well, I mean, the what was I about as I say Tentagon? No, I mean the jutsu and all that. The reanimation. So Madara is right now trying to cut at Naruto. Naruto pulls out his, one of his swords from his Susanoo and cuts at, Madara. And Madara says, you are very strong, but can you take out the meteors? Naruto uses what's called his, sword also. And the sword of Susanoo does crack into like multiple pieces, the sword. And Madara was like, this is interesting. And Naruto just swings the sword up and just destroys the meteors into pieces by the pieces of Susanoo and reforms back again. And Madara was like, you're amazing, but you cannot take me on. And of course, Madara tries to cut out what's called Naruto again. Naruto dodges. But of course, this is where Naruto's eyes just start burning. He's like, He's just like wondering why his eyes started burning again. And of course, he gets out of his Susanoo because he is right now, his eyes are hurting like hell. Now, of course, this is where Madara says, you fell. Now you die. This is where Kakashi came out of nowhere really fast and grabbed Naruto. This is where Naruto's eyes started reforming. And of course, Might Guy does, try to kick the Susanoo and all that. Right now, he's in the 7th gate. And yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto's eyes are starting to reform. And of course, this is where he passes out and goes into his mindscape. I should have ended Killer 7, Kurama, and even the Purple Dragon, like wondering what has happened to Naruto's eyes. Naruto's eyes has just became the Rinnegan. But instead of having just a normal Rinnegan, it is, this Rinnegan right here. This is the Rinnegan that Naruto has. He has him in both eyes. And Naruto says, what just happened? This is where, the Sage of Six Paths says, hello there, Naruto again. Naruto looks around and looks behind him and says, Hagoromo. Hagoromo says, yes, it is I. Now, Hagoromo, I think I did mention that he did meet Naruto at the beginning. So, yeah. And Hagoromo says, the only way to seal Madara away will be using the sun and moon, just in case Kage comes back. I do not want Kage to come back and try to rule the world and all that. Madara, even though he would have became the vessel of Kaguya, it was not the vessel since you stopped the whole Tentos. But he did manage to somehow break the seal with Kaguya. This is why I'm giving you the power soon, so you can stop her. You have both the moon seal and the sun seal. Now good luck, Naruto. So Naruto has his Rinnegan and also his 6 orbs, sacred orbs. So yeah. Also, his KCM and falls more. So, yeah. Into the KCM 3 and all that. But, yeah. The KCM 3 would have been like Sage mode together. But Sage mode with Dragon mode anyway. And the Sacred Orb. So, he's in Sage and the Sage of Six Path. So, yeah. So, he gets out of the Mindscape. And of course, when Madara is right now, well, fighting against Might Guy and also other, what's it called, uh, the alliances, Madara says, I cannot die! This is where, well, Kaguya appears. And Kaguya did break out of her ceiling and does see Madara. And appears right behind Madara, even though Madara had his Sana. And uses him as the vessel and becomes him. Well, not becomes him, becomes, well, whole now. The seal is not going to be able to stop her or whatever. So right now she's at full power. Naruto activates his KCM and is right now, he has the Sun Seal and the Moon Seal. And he rushes at Kaguya. Kaguya tries to shoot one of the wooden spikes to try to decay Naruto. Naruto like disappear from the attack. Uses a shuriken, what's called kunai, and threw it at Kaguya before the wooden spike can even hit him, and appear right in front of her and smashes he smashes his fist into Kaguya's face. And of course Kaguya was like, oh, you insolent fool, and tries to use wind chakra just to blow away Naruto. Naruto disappeared again. And the reason why he disappeared again is because when he's like punches Kaguya in the face, he did put a seal in the other side of Kaguya's back. And of course, it's where Naruto disappeared behind her and kicks Kaguya in like the side of the waist. And of course, Kaguya says, ugh. And of course, it's right now fighting against Naruto. Naruto says, Shindra Tensei, blows her away. And she's like, you are so powerful for just being a human. But I won't die. Naruto uses a demon dagger, his 1,000 demon dagger, and adds chakra to it. He actually didn't notice it, but he added the Moon Seal and Sun Seal chakra to it. And also added other chakra natures. And of course, it became a rainbow kind of color. Now, this is where Naruto says, I will not let you, destroy this world, and cuts at Kaguya. Kaguya tries to use portals to try to stop Naruto. Naruto appears behind her, and of course the sword just becomes on multiple shards and stabs at Kaguya. And Kaguya is like, ah! Of course, Naruto's sword does the dagger does become full again, and Naruto does put both his hands into Kaguya's back, sealing her back into the moon. And of course, Naruto says, This is where everyone is excited and everyone just says, yeah, we won the war. Everyone's happy because, well, Naruto was the one who kicked the hell out of them. But yeah, with that happening, Naruto did went to the Ten Tails Husk and summoned it back again, and did release all the Tail Beasts. He did also say that the Tail Beasts shall be free instead of the villagers tried to hunt them down and that. He said that no one should hunt the Tail Beasts or he would stop them. And so everyone agreed with it as the Shinobi Alliance, blah blah blah. Now the Kages aren't dead, they're just really hurt like in original canon. But yeah, Tsunade says, good job Naruto. Now, of course, this is where Ashura and they're already done with their little fights. I mean, they were at Naruto and all that. And they are willing to just let Naruto live his life now. Kurama is also free out of, well, Naruto and all that. And of course, Hagoromo appears. Hagoromo says, well, of course, Ashura, Indra, and even Seven gets out of the seal and all that. The dragon, he's still not in there right there. Naruto had to summon him out. But yeah, this is where, well, Hagoromo says, are you two already done with your fighting, Ashura and Indra? They both nodded, and they said, we will let Naruto live his life now. Since I don't know what really happens with Indra and Ashura, I think they gave up after the fight. In original canon, they made peace, so of course Indra and Ashura are still with Naruto, they just stopped fighting after that, so they stopped reincarnation and all that. The reincarnation cycle. So yeah, of course, this is where both Indra and Ashura leaves a little bit of chakra into Naruto, just in case whatever happens in the future. And of course, they both just dissipate. And of course, Hagoromo says, good job, my sons. This is where he looks at Naruto and says, it seems that you stopped Kaguya and, well, stop a major disaster. Good job, Naruto. This is where Seven, he's just kind of saddened. The purple dragon says, "What is wrong, Seven? Seven. He doesn't have Killer Seven in. Well, Killer Seven is a part of him, so he is just normal Seven right now." And Seven says, "I never actually explained what really happened to me, but I'll explain to you now, Naruto. The reason why I'm actually reincarnated and not in my world right now is, well, someone killed me in my world, and right now a war would have appeared, and then right now, I don't know how long it has been. I hope no one actually died in my world." And so Haguro almost said, "Huh, I see. So you died and you came to this world reincarnated. Maybe I have a way to put you back into your world." Seven. Seven says, "You do?" Haguruma says, "Yes, I do. And since I didn't waste enough chakra to lend Naruto to seal away Kaguya, my mother, I will give you enough chakra for you to go back into your world and save it." And Seven says, "Please do." This is where the purple dragon, he asked Naruto if he can go with Seven. Since both the purple dragon and Seven actually had somewhat of good shares in the mindscape, and of course became good friends. And Naruto says, "Can he go?" And of course Haguruma says, "I see no why. I see nothing wrong with it." And of course this is where the purple dragon becomes a summoning contract for Seven. Seven has to seal a contract and all that. The sealing scroll with him. But this is where also Seven says, "Can I have my scissors and my demon dagger?" And of course that was a demon dagger. Naruto gives him both of them. And also Naruto says, "You can also keep this. The what's called the gunbai in the safe." So he does have that. But this is where Haguruma puts what the call says. Also, it seems that, well, even though my sons gave chakra to Naruto, they also gave chakra to you. Kurama also did say, but before you leave, the other tail beast does give chakra to not Naruto, Seven. Just a little bit of chakra, like a little bit, from each of them. And of course, Seven says, "But why, Kurama?" And the others, Kurama says, "Because you helped Naruto and train and actually was willing to help him. And he did have your somewhat fashion taste and all that." Seven says, "I guess so." And of course, well, Haguruma makes a portal to where Seven's world would have been originally, because he managed to track it and all that, and says, "Seven, you can now leave. There's a portal right there." The portal is just black and all that. But yeah, that's where Seven says, "Well, Naruto, next time that we meet." Also, Seven does have all the Sharingan and Rinnegan abilities. Don't worry about that. He also will have a lot of other things similar to what Naruto's skill base and all that, but will not have the Uzumaki blade because that is Naruto's own. But Naruto says, "Good luck, Seven. Good luck in your world." And Seven says, "Thank you, Naruto. Good luck in becoming, well, the Hokage or something." Bye. They both fist bump, and of course, this is where Seven jumps into the portal and says, "Goodbye, everyone." He disappears. Now, of course, with that, Naruto, we go into Naruto into about a time skip and all that. Naruto did fight against a Tansagan user, but yeah. Now, Naruto is married to Tamari, and of course, they do have children and all that. Now, Naruto is the Hokage, but he's actually a smarter Hokage in this one because he uses multi-shadow clone jutsu to do his paperwork. But yeah, he did fight against Momoshiki, and he does have a son named Baruto Uzumaki. I forgot what Tamari's last name is. It's Tsunami? I don't freaking remember. Something like that. But that is Tamari's last name, and Baruto. Of course, they have another kid, and it's a girl, and of course, it's not Hinawari, but it's like Tamari and Naruto's name. Tanabe, that's her name. So yeah. With that happening, we go into the fight into where Seven's world's at. So the man with the guy that managed to escape from what's called Shenhu, whatever the hell was his name original again, managed to escape and did have an army to fight against, well, the shadow assassins. So the leader of the assassins is right now fighting against 13's like leader, not leader. 13's master. And of course, that one guy is right now fighting against the assassin leader now, while the other shadow, well, not leaders, shadow assassins are right now fighting against the war. So it's the island alliance with the other assassins alliance with the machineries. Somewhat. Mostly it's, well, it's called. So the white-haired guy with glasses is right now just fighting along with 13 and the others and all, because he got way comfortable with Ka. Frick, I forgot her name. The girl with pink hair. But of course, with that happening, everyone's fighting against the war, and of course, 13, she has already met her sisters. Since 13 is, well, I think, has 13 sisters and one brother. 13 is right now fighting against her brother. Her brother has the techniques of all of the Blossom clan, I think so. But yes, all that is happening right now, and 13 actually is losing against her brother. Her brother is easily taking her out. And of course, 13 gets hit it back into, well, Diaper. Now, Diaper is the blue chicken, and I forgot about Sampibo? Wait. I forgot about the little chicken and all. The little blue chicken. But Diaper says, 13, are you okay? 13 says, yeah. Now, it's been about, well, not many years has passed. Only 1 year has passed since Seven's death. So 7 would have been 21. Wait. So 7 would have been 21 when he died against the what's called the leader of the shadow assassins. So yeah. Now of course this is where 7 is now 22 when he came to the back to his world. Now 13 is also 22. Now this is where the blue chicken was about to fight against 13's brother. And 13's brother says, see, you're weak. You're a girl and you can't do anything. Now move out of my way, blue chicken. It was about to attack type of bubble and also 13 until, before the sword can even collide into, type of bubble's head and all that. This is where, a shield has appeared with multiple, fragments of, blades to block the sword. Now the sword, he gets, what the? He jumps back, and of course, other assassins right now fighting against the islanders and all, blah, blah, blah. This is where, 13's brother is just like, what the? Who is that right now, blocking my way? I don't know why I said right now twice. But of course, this is where 7 appears. Now, 7 has his hood on. And 7 does have the gun by, the demon dagger, 1000 demon dagger, in what's called handle on his, right hand. And in his left hand, he has scissors. And of course, for his jacket, it is, what's called white and all that. It is this and all. But of course, behind him has, what's called, there is 9 Tomoyas in Naruto, not Naruto, 7's back, all black and all that. And of course, the jacket is somewhat purple a little bit, but he doesn't have shorts. He does have, pants and all that, and he does have, shoes and all that. And of course, 7 has his hood on, so of course it hasn't seen his hair or anything. But 7's eyes are, not black. They are, one is the Sharingan, this Sharingan. Of course, Itachi's Sharingan and all that mixed with. And it has the Rinnegan in the other eye. And 7 says Shinrai Tentai, blows away 13's brother back into the crowd of the other assassins that are right now kind of fighting and all that. And of course, this is where multiple assassins jumped away from, getting collided with 13's brother. Of course, this is where 13 says, what the? Dabato says, who are you? But of course, I see the 1000 demon dagger. And of course, this is where the little blue chicken says, tweet, tweet, and jumps on 7's head. And 7, he doesn't get rid of the little chicken or anything. He just decides to grab the little chicken after putting his scissors back into, his jacket, and just grabs the little blue chicken, and the little blue chicken is being happy, thinking that 7 is back, which he is. 7 says, hello there, Xavier. I think that's his name, Xavier. I forgot. But of course, the little blue chicken is just tweet, 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 and of course, 7 is just laughing, all that, chuckling. This is where 7 just says, hello, Tabato, and also 13 Blossom well, Blossom 13, or Plum Blossom 13. This is where 13 says, 7, you're alive. She cries and decides to hug 7. And 7 says, well, this is interesting. This is the closest time I ever got close to you without you trying to stab me. And 13 says, shut up. This is where the islanders are like saying, wait, is that 7? 7 takes off his hood, and of course, multiple people are like, 7! Of course, the little girl is like with the white hair guy and all that. The white hair guy is right now using technology to block away against the assassins. And of course, the little girl says, 7! Everyone's saying 7! This is where, well, 13's like master right now fighting against the leader of the assassins and all that. And of course, this is where the leader of the assassins says, 7. This is where a bunch of other assassins say, that's 7. I thought he was dead. Didn't he die? So with everyone saying 7 and all that, this is where the assassins are like, that's 7. It's bad enough. This is where 13 realized 7's eyes are completely different. Everyone actually realized it, and 13 says, 7, your eyes. Oh, right, I forgot that I had them activated. 7 turns him off and says, what, now? Is it better? 13 says, what are those exactly? And why is your clothes different and all that? 7 says, a very long story that I won't actually want to tell right now because we're in the middle of a fight. But yeah, I'll tell you later. Don't worry. That's where 7 jumps backwards into the assassin crowd, and the assassin says, don't worry. He doesn't have his memories, so right now he's not that dangerous. This is where 7 activates his, Rinnegan and his Sharingan, and says 2 words, walking forward. Shinrai Tensai blows away a bunch of people. Wow, what the? Every assassin says in their mind, what the fuck? This is where the islanders also say what the fuck at the same time. This is where the shadow leader says, what the? This is where 7 is right now fighting against a bunch of assassins, kicking them right in the face, kneeling one in the stomach, elbowing one in the back, knocking him out. And of course, 7 is right now kicking ass pretty easily. This is where one of, what's it called? You know that monk that appeared against 7 in season 3? Appears and says, I will not let you go any further and hurt the people. He shoots multiple of, the walls and all that against, 7. And 7, what he does is says 2 words, Amaterasu. She blasts away through the balls, burning them, and 7 punches the monk in the fucking face. Boom! The monk just goes, what the? And of course, this is where the assassins say, wait, what? Did he just summon black flames? All of them thought, and they just said, oh, hell no. This is where 7 jumps into the crowd and says, Susano! Only, the Susano's reforming and all that, and it's right now in his, skeleton version. And of course, not skeleton version, into, somewhat the the skin version, whatever. And of course, it makes, 2 swords and all that, and smashes down against the assassins. Not cutting them mostly, but just smashing it down. And people are getting crushed and getting just flung away. And people are shocked. They're like, what the fuck is it? Yeah, they couldn't really finish all that sentence, but yeah. 7's right now kicking ass. And of course, this is where 7 says, Heavenly Conclash. Now, this is where he summons a meteor. All of them and say, what the fuck? They are all scared. This is where 13's brother is right now fighting against 7 and saying, how the fuck do you make a meteor? No. Ninjutsu. And 13's brother said, the fuck is ninjutsu this? He only does a one-hand sign. Well, mostly he does one-handed and multiple signs and says, Majestic Flame Destroyer. Because yes, when he was seeing the fight against Naruto and Madara, he saw Majestic Flame Destroyer and he got interested with it. This is where 13's brother said, what the fuck? So he makes a shield of, the Blossom 13, not 13, the 13, when 13 made that shield to try to block against protect her sister 11, I think so, that's what her name. And of course, this is where, well, the brother of 13 just blocks and says, ah, what the fuck was that? This is where 7 says, none of your business. And of course, this is where 13 slices, well, not slices, 7? No, 13's brother slices at, well, 7. And the sword doesn't connect to 7 because 7 uses Kamui. And the sword just goes through it. And this is where the brother just says, what the? Gets kicked in the chin, up in the air. What the fuck? This is where other shadow assassins start appearing and fighting against 7. 7 activates the 6 sacred orbs and all that, and starts fighting against him. This is where he turns the sacred orbs, because you can transform them into anything, into scissors. And just starts flinging them at the assassins. Now this is where they say, we gotta block. And they're using their weapons and all that. And the weapons get cut. The reason why, because the 6 sacred orbs, they all have elements that 7 has put on them. He put wind, water, fire, earth, lightning, and even ice. Well, not ice, wood side on one. So yeah. With that happening, 7 is right now just whooping ass, left and right. And of course, it's where 7, when after he done kicking the hell out of what's called the Shadow Assassins, he doesn't kill what's called the Assassins or anything. They're right now just getting knocked the fuck out. And of course, the Islanders are right now just still fighting against what's called the Assassins. But this is where 7 saw it and says, multi-shadow clone jutsu. And a bunch of clones appear. And this is where the Assassins go, what the? They're just getting their ass kicked next. They're knocked out before they can even say what the fuck. But yeah, 7 goes into the cloak mode. He goes to KCM and says, Kurama, are you there? Because he does have Kurama's chakra and does have his voice, but it doesn't show up that much. Kurama says, yeah, I guess you're fighting against this guy. Yeah, my father. Since we don't actually know about the Shadow Assassin leader, so I'm gonna just guess it's 7's father. And we're doing some Darth Vader shit here, okay? But this is where Kurama says, your father. You never said anything about your father being the one to kill you. He's a prick about it. But I won't kill him. I'll just torture him, maybe. Kurama says, then let's do it. This is where Kurama adds chakra, and of course, this is where he goes in KCM. Rushes at, well, at the kind of, it's like, it's not in the middle of the ground or anything. It's kind of on a building and all that right now they're fighting 13th Master and all, and the Shadow Leader. And Naruto appears and punches the Shadow Leader in the face. Boom! He goes, he's like, 7? So the leader, he still has his tongue burned in his fucking face. So he says, 7. Tell me why the fuck are you alive? That's where 7 says, fuck you. And this is where the leader says, not the fucking answer I was looking for, 7. Tell me why, how the fuck are you alive? This is where 7 says, I met God. Which, he's not lying. Kurama's kind of laughing, chuckling. This is where his father says, not what I fucking meant. I met God. 7 says so fucking clearly. How the fuck do you not understand I met God? This is where 7's father says, if you want me, I'll actually send you back to meet God. And then I'll come back and kick your ass. I swear to God, God is really just annoying me. I won't care. Die, 7. So of course, this is where he makes his sword. Well, pulls out a sword. It's called the Darkness Slayer. And of course, tries to slay at what's called 7. 7 dodges it and knees him in the stomach. He goes, Ka. Of course, this is where, well, the white-haired guy with glasses and all that, his father appeared and tries to attack what's called the Shadow Leader now. And of course, this is where the Shadow Leader says, you robotic fucks, leave me alone. He uses what's called wind and just slaps the robot away. Well, not the robot, the father of the robot side and all that, whatever, I forgot his name. Or it was never mentioned. So, of course, he pushed him away, And Seven's right now fighting against his father. So right now the leader of, well, not leader, the master of 7, not 7, 13 is right now kind of tired and is kind of just seeing the fight. 7 is right now KCM is fighting against him. 7 actually gets stabbed near the heart, and 7 does kick at his father's head. So his father just goes, you little brat, because he does smash into, well, down the ground. Well, not in the bottom of the ground, he's just in the roof of the ground. This is where, so with that happening, this is where 7 is just like, that hurt it. God, why aren't you dying already, father? This is where his father says, 7, I cannot die, I won't die. And you can't knock me out, because I have an ability where I won't be able to get knocked out. And I get regenerated easily. So I'm not dying any sooner, any time, but you are. Since you should have listened to me when you were younger. Killing is all what matters. No emotion should be needed. It's where 7 thinks of all his old memories and all that. Not of when he was a killer and all that. When he was with the islanders and all that. And he says, you're wrong, father. Good and what's it called? He says, those feelings are important. And I won't let you destroy me or anyone else. I'll protect those who I love. So right now, even though he's in the Sage 6 Path mode and all that, that's where Kurama says, 7, I think I have an idea how you can defeat your father. He seems a little too strong. A little bit too stronger than what's called, even if Naruto was here to kind of help you. But you don't have the sun or moon seal, so you cannot seal them away. I have another idea. But it's going to be kind of risky because I would actually sacrifice my life. And 7 says, I won't sacrifice your life then. And this is where Kurama says, but we gotta. Or you're gonna die and you're gonna have to go back to the reincarnation and meet Naruto and everyone would die. 7 says, damn it, but I don't want to lose you. We're such good friends. 16 years. And of course, Kurama says, I know, but we gotta. This is where, before Kurama can actually use Bargain mode for 7, this is where the other, well, since the other tail beasts did like give chakra to 7 and all that, they say, you're not alone, Kurama. We're all here at the same time. And everyone in Kurama says, guys, no, I will not let you like sacrifice your life. But we won't sacrifice our life. If we all add chakra, we won't sacrifice our lives or anything like that. Will you accept 7? And of course 7 says, I will, but I won't kill you all. This is where we won't die. Now, let's begin. So everyone in the, what's it called, tail beasts and all the tail beasts add chakra and give it to 7. 7 activates in mode. Now, it is Bargain mode, but instead of being red, it's colorful. It's colorful colors because all the tail beasts are actually like helping him. Of course, he has this Rinnegan actually kind of evolve into another evolution state, but yeah. But I will mention how the Rinnegan looks like. But let me actually mention it right now. The Rinnegan has 3 Tomoyas in the kind of outskirts, like really outskirts, and it looks like a, Monokyo state. So, the Rinnegan actually mixed with the Monokyo Sharingan. So, it is, the Monokyo Sharingan in, the middle of the Rinnegan. And the Tomoyas are, right now in the outskirts, over here. While the Monokyo Sharingan is, here in the middle. And being selected. And both eyes happen. This is where 7 says, I will not let you destroy anyone or hurt anyone, father. And if I have to kill you right now, then I will. This is where his father says, I won't let you. He gets punched in the face, knocked into what's called the ground. And of course, 7 is right now fighting against his father. Think of it when Naruto and Barjamo was kind of fighting against Ishiki. That is basically what is happening to what's called 7's father. Now, why I'm saying it's 7's father is because I'm not going to make an OC name of, what's his name? 14. No, not really. So yeah, this is not really mentioned about the Shadow Leader, but I'm just guessing Darth Vader stuff. But yeah, this is where 7, he uses the Thousand Demon Dagger, and adds the same amount of chakra as how when Naruto did it, turn it into rainbow and all that. In 7, he makes like all the different shatter blades and all that in the Thousand Demon Dagger, turn into different colors. And 7 rushes at his father and says, "I'm sorry, father, even though I didn't want to kill you, I'm gonna have to." That's what his father says, "Do it then, kill me." 7 was about to just cut what's called his father's head, but instead of doing that, he decides to turn all the blades into shatter like pieces and all, and just stab his father multiple times, just kind of bleeding him out. And of course, see if he regenerates that fast. And of course, he kind of regenerates really, not really fast or anything no more, because of, well, 7's damage being in barge mode. And of course, his father says, "Why didn't you kill me? You had the chance." 7 says, "I'm not a murderer. I'm not gonna kill you. I was just weaken you enough so you won't hurt anyone else." This is where, well, his 7's father gets a flashback of, well, 7's mother, since we never get a mention about who 7's mother is. So yeah, and since 7's mother is like a kind lady, I'm gonna just say she was kind and all. And of course, it's where his father says, "I see, you just like your mother. Damn it. It was just my emotions that kept you to be an assassin like me. Good job, 7." So he kind of passes out, and everyone in the war, since what's called the war against the assassins, kind of done and all that. Everyone is happy, and we go to a about time skip. It's just a 1 year time skip. Not really a 1 year time skip. A couple of months time skip. Everyone is getting back normal. Not really. They all change, and everyone's having alliances. So yeah, 7 is now back in the island, just cutting hair and all that, like normal and all that. This is where 13 says 7. And 7 says, "Yeah." This is where 13 is blushing and all that, like really bad. So where 7 says, "Ah, you want marriage?" He said it casually. Kurama smashes his head. Well, I mean, he just smacks his head in. And everyone in Toby says, "Really? You don't say that out bluntly, you moron? You moron?" And this is where 13 blushes and says, "Yes." This is where the Toby says, "How the fuck did that work?" This is where 7 nods and all that. Also, 7 that summoned the Purple Flame Dragon into the fight against the other assassins. But yeah, she just scared the shit out of them. But yeah. Of course, 13's brother is kind of in prison and all that. Well, getting what's called being teach about how not to start a war with other people. So yeah. But this is where 13 says, "Wait, you really?" And 7 says, "Yeah." And of course, they do get married a couple months later. And of course, about a year happens. And I'm not going to go into detail on what they actually do in bed. But just think of whatever. Of course, 7 and 13 does have a kid. And of course, they are actually, well, 20... Let me say this again. They are 24 years old, both 7 and 13. Of course, they have a kid. And of course, that kid has black hair and like bluish hair. So yeah. Also, the kid is going to be able to have a Sharingan, Rinnegan, and other abilities, just like 7 had. This kid is called 20 because of 7 and 13 plus. Just add both those numbers and make 20. Okay. You want me to make an actual name? I don't know what to call it, but yeah. Everyone is happy for 7 to actually have a kid and all that, and yeah. But this is actually where I'm going to leave it off. Or not leave it off, end it off. So yeah, this is the end of this what if. What if Naruto was reincarnation of Scissor 7? But yeah. I don't know, I really just thought of like making 7 kind of had a terrible death, be reincarnated into Naruto. After that, after helping Naruto, he's brought back into the Scissor 7 world and defeat the Shadow Leaders. Shadow Leader Assassin. Even though we don't actually know who he actually is, I'm gonna just say it's 7's father. I don't know. But yeah, with that happening, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, and potato. This, what if it's gonna probably be uploaded midnight or something? I don't know. It's gonna take forever because I know how long this takes forever. I tried to upload what's called What If Naruto was trained by the Sage of Six Paths. That thing took forever. Right now it's windy out there, it's getting cold, and the Wi-Fi is getting shittier and shittier. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato soup, potato, potato. Yeah. So bye bye. I will also try to finish What If Manga Deku was sent to the Naruto world, because I have an idea on that one. But yeah, bye bye.